And
What's the tea, everybody? Can you hear me out there? No?
We can hear
Everybody hear
you.
me?
I can hear you.
Okay. Sammy, can you hear me? Oh, okay, Sammy. And Jasmine, I don't know what's going on. Anyway, what's going on? It's the Married to Medicine Review Show. How y'all doing this evening?
Oh, I'm doing good, Chase. I like that
Great.
color.
What's
Thank
up,
you. You look
bitch?
amazing.
My bad.
Oh, oh.
Wait a minute.
I was having some difficulties.
Came through bussing. Hey. Listen, you guys, we ready to lean in. We're going to wait for Sammy to come on in. But while we do so, I just want to thank you guys for tuning in again with us. We had so much fun last week. The birthday boy is back with us. So we're going to ask him what his thoughts are of last week's episode. And then we're going to get right into it hot and heavy. Let me go ahead and check and see. Okay, yeah. Sammy, kaboom. Sammy stepped in the room. What's the tea, Sammy?
I can hear y'all now.
Okay, well, that's what
Sammy,
we
that
need to
same
know.
thing happens to me as well. When it comes on, I hear nothing, so I get it.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it happens. You know, listen, we have things that arise, but we push right on through like the professionals we are. Hey, Taylor Gray. Hey, Brooke Dubois. And everybody else who's in the chat. We'll get to you guys in just a few moments, but thank y'all for tuning in faithfully like you always do. Dr. C, it's so good to see you on a Tuesday night. Brian D. All right, he say, hey, Sammy, how you doing, friend? All righty, let's get right on into it. But before we do, Antonio, first of all, how was your birthday?
It was great. It was
Yeah.
amazing. Yeah.
Okay.
What was amazing about it? Let me.
I'll tell
You
you
can
in a group
DM me.
chat.
Just text me.
Oh, it was amazing. You look
No,
relaxed.
it was a very beautiful city. It was I had fun.
You got
Yeah.
money.
You guys looked amazing. I loved your look, so I just had to get that out on the air. And
Thank
what did you think about last week's episode? Are you caught up?
I am caught up. I am caught
Okay.
up. I thought last week's episode was good. Probably, I think one of my favorite parts was, Toya being very vulnerable in that moment with Audra, in regards to, when she got into a fight with Mariah and just kind of how that affected her. So I really, really enjoyed that. I also enjoyed how Toya handled Anila, because she deserves some motherfucking discipline. So,
It's so
but it
good to
was,
have a co-hostman up here riding. What were you saying? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
but I thought it was a pretty good episode. So it was good
Okay.
to kind of see people get, in a better place in some instances. I think where it was warranted. I don't think sometimes better places are warranted, and some of those I don't think are. So.
Yeah. Well, listen, it's time to lean on in, bitch. And I just want to go ahead and make a public apology. Normally, we would break down the trailer and review the trailer. It is absolutely my fault. I forgot 5 minutes before the show that they had a freaking reunion trailer that dropped. And so it is my fault that we won't be able to watch it together. But we can go ahead and give our thoughts on it. Surely by now, if you're tuning into the show, hopefully you've seen it. If not, we'll do our best to give you what we thought about it. However, we're going to go ahead and move right along with the episode. So we're still in Blue Ridge for the final episode of the season. Can you guys believe it? We made it.
It's been a long time.
They dragged it. They
dragged it along, honey. All right, so Jackie has brought in Taylor, the sex goddess, and my computer want to do tricks and shows as soon as I get to talk about the damn people, girl. I just tell you what, I don't know what the hell going on. All right.
Girl, so
She was you thought she was attractive?
No. Oh, what? No, wait. Was that
What happened?
No. I don't.
Okay, anyway. Jackie has brought in Taylor, the sex goddess, to teach the couples about sex, health, and wellness. Audra and Martin have been married for 25 days, and Toya says, that's that good shit. Taylor asks the couples how often they ask their husband what kind of sex he likes. Simone, and her flat heels and flat ass, says, never. Cecil says all he needs is the frequency. He doesn't even care about anything else. And after like 25 years, I feel like that's just a man that's like, listen, as long as she's giving it to me, I'm going to just take it, and it is what it is.
Yeah.
They also discuss monogamy, and Taylor states that she has been ethically non-monogamous for 13 of the 25 years of her marriage, and that she loves being married but loves having boyfriends. So there's two things that I took away that I want to ask you guys. The first thing is, do you guys ask your partners what do they like?
Yeah. I mean, if I had a partner, I would definitely.
One partner.
Wait, what? Oh, we'll talk later.
We'll talk later.
Oh, God.
Oh, my God.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know.
Oh, Jesus.
Well, so Sammy is in a committed relationship. I don't know much of his business he want to divulge. He does not have to, because that ain't none of our business, and ain't none of y'all business either.
When we were watching, he looked at me and said, you've never asked me that, but I've never asked because I always just figure it out. So, I mean,
Yeah.
we don't figure it out.
Do it, baby.
Hey, that concludes tonight's review. We thank you all for tuning in. You better
Sammy said we're gonna get to that finish line one way or the other.
Do something about it.
I'm with that.
Hello.
I don't mind to ask. I like to have a little bit of some preface beforehand. But I like to figure it out too.
Yeah. I'm gonna be honest.
Round and round.
I don't like to figure it out. And you know what else? I'm kind of that girl that if I get mine before you get yours, and we not in, I don't know you like we not like that.
Yeah.
Oh, that is.
It is what it is.
So yourself.
I'm 30 plus, and I'm still telling people, my mom's gonna come over here. Baby, my mom don't stay here. I used to tell them all the time. Oh, my mom said she coming. Get out. You gotta go.
Send that text message to the friend to call and save you. Emergency.
What's going on?
911.
Right.
Out of here.
You know them little videos. They be like, play this in the car. Be like, hey, baby, what you doing?
Eventually, I'm gonna get to that point where I'm just gonna be like Mariah Carey and just ask them to get the fuck out.
Oh,
How about you?
She did that. Mariah did that. Okay, and the second question I have is, this whole ethically non-monogamous thing was a huge deal for the couples. What do you guys all say? Are you for that or are you against it? What do you think?
Listen, if I ain't enough for you, then I ain't enough for you. Because listen, y'all don't even understand the type of motherfucking ass kicking that will go on in the bed. Like, please don't try me like that. Anybody in the chat that's trying to holler at me, just know we ain't doing none of that. Okay? We ain't. It ain't happening.
Take your note.
I'm good over here.
Wasn't that so sexy, you guys? How Antonio just leaned into the camera and said, we ain't doing it over here.
None of it. He needed to make it very clear.
Very
Listen, I kind of felt like he had grabbed me by the neck and told me.
I know.
Get your ass up. Jasmine?
No, but I'm not bringing nobody else into mind. Now, would I go in and fuck somebody else?
That ain't what I asked you.
No, I don't share shit. I don't like to share chicken wings, and I don't like to share dinglings. And that's period. I don't like it. I think I'm a, what can Michelle say? An ocean. It's a river, a storm, whatever the hell it is. I'm good. I don't need to share. It's messy.
Toya seemed like she was with it though. Well, she wasn't with that, but she's down to swap with some people. So
Toya's a lesbian. So
she's a what?
A lesbian. She done get it. She done pocketbooks or whatever. She done said that.
What she did? She dug in the pocketbook.
I don't know how to do it.
Sammy, I ask you.
No.
Sammy, no.
Sammy said, "Nah." Y'all know Sammy.
It's an answer no for me.
He's not going for that shit.
Sammy, you don't like right. You don't like the gift.
You know what? Younger Sammy was fun. 33-year-old Sammy don't want none of that. And don't come touching mine. I let you look at him because I can't control that. But not all that extra.
Oh, you can control that.
You know, you can't control.
Can't control.
No, because I can't be sending no $25 put on Sammy books. So,
no, thank you. No, thank you.
Collect call from.
Leave that
me. Alone. I'm not gonna let it go down. For me, it's gonna be an answer no. Mm-hmm. Don't mess with my man because I'm be the one to bring it to you, bitch. I'm sorry. And if you want me to do the freak elite, baby, empty the wallet. That's all I got. You got to empty the clip on me, bitch, because I ain't moving. All right. Heavenly states that she does not invite other women into her marriage because she's all that daddy needs. And if she needs, and excuse me, if she had to, that means that there's something wrong. And Taylor replied, so you believe? She hit her with that, what is that lady name? Diana. So you say. She hit her with the so you say, bitch. So you say. And the whole group laughed. Did you see the look on her face when Taylor got with her real quick?
Yeah. Heavenly don't like that. She don't like people trying to insinuate that she might not be enough for that man and that he might want to be a little bit more adventurous. She don't want that. She don't want to even think about it.
He's very hands-on with his clients, and you know.
You said what, Jasmine?
Nothing.
Nothing.
What you say, Brooke?
I'm married. Huh?
Brooke says ethical non-monogamy just sounds like you know your partner cheating. So there's a lot of people in that type of relationship. They just don't call it that.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. The people are talking. Let's see what the people say. Dr. C, who says, I am stingy. I am not sharing.
Don't get overly emotional.
Hey, Nisha, we don't judge, but why you slapping pocketbooks, love? What you talking?
What pocketbook is she slapping?
I mean, Toya has said that she has dabbled in the other side before. I don't know how to slap pocketbooks. I think it's
like this.
Is she doing like how Evelyn was doing it that time on Basketball Wives?
You know I love that. You know that's my shit, dog.
Damn, I hate that I like dissect everything because I was gonna let it be an iconic moment, but OG watched her that whole episode. Hey babe, hey babe, hey babe, hey babe.
Let me hold on. One thing that was kind of crazy though, I'm sorry. I can't believe they paid Taylor to come and tell them that information because that's I could have went and told her. And how y'all been married 25, 30 years, y'all 50, 60 years old, and y'all didn't know that y'all should take a pillow. It don't even gotta be no special pillow. It could be a pillow that you put your head on at night and slide a pillow up under you. How you didn't know that? They some
wait.
You know, they from back in the day. Maybe they didn't have pillows back in the 80s. I don't know.
Y'all watch Mary Jane. Pillows are for the lazy. Make that neck, make that arch, do it yourself.
Is that right?
Huh. Now, I'm married. I'm a virgin and all that.
Well, Jasmine, it helps like how Simone was. If Simone, like if you on your back, it helps as well.
But Simone looked like she lazy, so that pillow,
Simone definitely lazy.
So you talking about you want some support back on your back while you lunging up and getting that on the left and the right?
It'd be nice.
I'm sorry, this is my because yes.
Did you eat today, Jasmine?
I definitely did.
Because last night
no. She definitely ate because she drunk now. So.
That's on there. Why would you put me up?
Baby, when I thought she was on a bottle of reason, Lisa Wu on a bottle of reason, a bottle like a bottle head. All right, you guys. She says that she does not ask daddy because she already knows. Toya is not open to threesomes, but the biblical answer is Toya is not open to threesomes, but as far as open relationships, the biblical answer would be to say no. That helper wants some more dick. And you know what? I do say, you know, when Toya right and when she wrong or whatever indifferent, but you know, Toya definitely, she wants some outside dick.
She wants
what it's giving me. I don't know.
But the thing about
you know what they say about that outside dick.
She's not being stingy though, because she is okay with Eugene getting some other cooch as well.
Right. So, as soon as somebody start wanting his dick, that's when she'll be more appreciative of the one she got.
Y'all know who else was okay with that arrangement too? They said it's not what they want, but it don't sound too bad.
Contessa.
Curtis. Now we gonna have to get.
Well, we already know Curtis down for the get down.
Them topics because
his ass is like a monster.
Like a motherfucking tree. Like he legit look like a pine tree, like a talking tree.
Like
then he got them knock ass knees and them motherfucking pigeon ass toes.
Not pigeon toe, knock knee and slew footed in one foot.
He's just big and lanky and
legged.
Did we lose Chase?
I thought he was just being quiet.
I thought he was too.
Okay.
Well, moving
right along.
Yeah.
So they Well, okay, so y'all know that they continue with the scene with Taylor being there, and eventually she left. How did y'all feel about when they were doing the sexual positions though? Like when they was having the couples. I want to see Scott and Contessa myself. I'm gonna tell y'all, if they sex tape ever drop,
You're gonna watch it.
You gonna subscribe?
definitely. I am 100%
I bet
watching it. Just from even what those people have said on their show, Scott and
Mm.
Contessa, they like to F and F. And I definitely want to see that second F though. I want
Yeah.
to see. I want to see them going at it because I heard they was loud and it's wild. I want to
Yeah.
see it. So yeah,
Well, they
y'all
give
gonna
me nasty vibe. They give me like a lot
Freak
of
nasty.
like saliva and juice. They just give me like it's a lot. But I can see why you might be like, I want to maybe pick, remember like Portia and Bolo, like just wanted to see that, like put your ass to it.
I will pay good money, money.
For that Portia and Bolo tape. Yeah.
I know they got down with the goddamn.
But I was tripping about how, like, what's daddy? Like he was like, are we doing another sex, thing? And it just makes me like, I'm like, y'all are like 40, I mean, y'all like 50, 40-year-old couples. Why not get some rejuvenation in your shit?
Yeah.
And so it did was like, I don't know. I don't know what Heavenly and Daddy got going on, but maybe Daddy needs some rejuvenation. I don't know.
Maybe so, but I really hope that it helped. It seemed like Simone and Cecil were the most like enthusiastic about it, and they was like getting into it. So hopefully Simone, she put a little bit more effort in there because I know Cecil just be tired doing all the damn work, and Simone just like, listen, I'm giving it to you. You better come on and get it. So
right.
yeah.
Romo's Adventure says Simone and Jackie were the last pair couples I want to see. Now I would say that about Simone, but Jackie to me, she give me nasty. She give me Skeletor nasty. And that's
my thing, the way Jackie keeps inviting that conversation, it makes it's feeling like there's something that she's not getting from Curtis, and she's trying to use that to kind of push him to realize there's something missing. Because
and we know Curtis, and we know it was something, I guess, that Curtis may not have been getting from her. I don't know if it was anything specific or just the sex overall, because we know she was working 32 hours a motherfucking day, and he was caught, doing what he was doing. But they need to, I think.
Did you see? The way even when they did their little exercise, the way he just laid there, she just sit on top of him. Wait, move out the way. Let Scott and Contessa come down here because y'all take up time.
Where's Scott and Contessa?
Where's Scott and Contessa?
Let Toya sit on it. That's who you want to sit on it anyway.
You say what?
He liked to pull Toya in his lap and stuff like that and flirt with Quad on the low. Creepy Curtis. So
y'all thought it was creepy that he asked Quad that in that.
No, I didn't.
Okay.
Nah.
But I think he's creepy.
I think he had some creepy moments. Yes.
Okay.
But I think that if we didn't know that he cheated on Jackie, I probably wouldn't think it was creepy.
Right.
Well, the reason why I give him creepy Curtis is because he pulled Toya and firmly implanted her in his lap, and I was like, "That's creepy," especially after you got
caught with your shit
and barely got let back in the house. I thought it was weird. Yeah, sorry. All right, you guys. Thank you about my connection with being a little low budget, honey. It sounds like you guys have discussed that. Do y'all want to continue to discuss? Well, that's actually it for that, I think.
Yeah, we done with that.
For that section, we can move right along. It did dominate a greater portion of the episode, which I thought was a little different. However, the men have cigars and discuss Taylor, and they express their objections. And Creepy Curtis comes to Taylor's defense. Toya says, "What if she did it because she wants to keep the family together, but still have multiple partners?" Quad says at this point, Toya just wants to sleep with other people. In fact, she feels Toya is already doing it, and Eugene is just the last to know. Simone says, through marriage, realistically, you're going to have unhappy times, but if God is first, that this too shall pass. Is Toya already cheating on Eugene and the man is the last to know? What y'all think?
No.
I don't think she cheated on that man. I do think she want to, but I don't think she is.
Like the attention of other men. I think that Quad's out of bounds with her big forehead ass. I think that she's out of bounds for even speaking on it in that way. But I think that she likes the attention of other men. And then, when they say like you don't want somebody that nobody else wants. I don't I kind of maybe agree, but I mean, you know, you kind of want somebody that's attractive to other people, I guess. So she probably just still needs that attention. Because when she went to the therapist, she was just like, you know, it's just not the same. She likes the romantic, like even in this episode, like the romantic, lovey-dovey, kissy, and all that type of stuff. I think she's just missing a spark in her marriage, and I think at this length of marriage that they're her and Eugene are in, I think it's not, you know, like. I think it's normal, like warranted.
And then not to mention, the man was working like 15, 14, or however many hours a day. That is a long, like you at work all day saving lives. Child, listen, I'm tired. I'm so sorry. I'm tired. I just can't, you know. But so I get it. But the way she was talking, I mean, I guess it is some sex, but she also just kind of wants to feel like maybe she doesn't feel loved or like he's romancing her like he did at the very beginning, which is why she always like, oh, well, 25 days. Oh, y'all lit right now, you know. Yeah. So I think Toya, hopefully she's having those conversations, those in-depth conversations in private with Eugene. Do I think Toya has cheated? No. Do I think it is possible? Before the season, I would have said, yeah. Now, since it's kind of like been put out there, I don't think she would do it now. I feel like if Toya was cheating in that little bit of ass neighborhood that they live in with another man, Eugene ass would know. You know what I'm saying? If everybody else know, if Anila know and Kieran and they kids and Miss Gomez and Anila Mammy and her pappy, all them know, Eugene would know. Yes.
Everybody knows. Everybody, you've been sleeping with her, and everybody knows it.
Everybody knows it. I fucking love you.
You know what? I forgot to comment on Cecil because you know what? It confirmed to me this week when he had Simone on that pillow. He got that daddy long stroke. Baby, Cecil got a ball. Bitch. Go ahead, Cecil. That's why Simone don't move the thing too damn big. What you want to do? Oh, split.
She ain't gotta be still motherfucking turkey and nothing like that.
She is not a tree. She can move.
She can move.
She can move.
That's right.
Figure it out, Simone.
Put your shoulders down, bitch, and make your neck get around.
Man, or if her stuff ain't, the juices ain't flowing good enough for it to, she better go get some help.
Get an O shot.
Oh, she got Dr. Jacket and do that little thing in her little thing. It look you probably the O shot.
Come on, somebody.
Going like a damn
daddy long.
I love that.
All right. Hey, Cortez. Hey, Nisha. Hey, Ty Savage. All right. So Simone says that the restoration between Toya, Audra, and Anila is a great example about things too shall passing. And Jackie does not want to leave Blue Ridge without trying to mend Contessa and Heavenly. Heavy says that sometimes relationships change, and she thinks that Contessa is wonderful and beautiful. She just hopes that Contessa knows it. And that, God, I hate that lady so much. She just hopes that Contessa knows that as well. And she doesn't have to take things from someone just because they're a man. Contessa says that it is her children's father and who she chooses to be married to from now until eternity. And that is her choice. And to keep her comments about her spouse to Heavenly's goddamn motherfucking self, for real, to our goddamn self. And if you do not, then they will not fuck with each other. Contessa says she does not know why Heavy Duty can't get that through her brain. Heavenly says, that was the autocorrect. I actually didn't type Heavy Duty. Why
not Siri?
Siri get in. Siri don't like that bitch neither. Get a Siri. All right. Heavenly says if you're going to badmouth your husband and family in public, don't do it. What do you guys think before we get into the second part of that fight so far?
I think Heavenly needs to just let it go. That was the perfect moment for her to just take what Contessa was saying. You know what, girl? That's your man. Y'all good. We're going to leave it alone. She just had to throw that little jab in there. I don't know what she expected from Contessa after she did it, but I get what she's saying. Like, you complaining about this man publicly. I mean, and you're still here. Cool. But if that's what she want to do, Heavenly, leave it the fuck alone. Let her do that. If she gonna ruin her marriage with Scott to the public because she wants to speak about it, let her do that, girl. You don't do it for her. And that's the problem that they're having. I was with Heavenly at first because, yeah, Contessa, you put it out there and I'm speaking on what you put out there. But at this point, she just poking and poking and poking. There's been plenty of times where Contessa has kind of gave her an olive branch and she still wanted to just pick. So just they need to leave each other alone, and then you got to worry about the situation no more. Y'all don't be friends. You don't got to worry about her telling you shit. You don't have to worry about her giving the input. So yeah.
I agree with Monica. What I can. I'm sorry.
With Monica?
I've been drinking. Sorry about that, but no, I agree with.
Hoodie. Say Monica. They's looking for Monica comment.
He said Monica.
I didn't
I've been drinking. Sorry about that. I agree.
Chase was like, wait a minute, I didn't see nobody named Monica.
No, I think that it's like, yes, like I'm sorry about that, Sam. But we are on a reality show. Simone, Jackie, Toya, Quad, they have all had grievances with their husbands, and it's just really like ignorant to sit there and just kind of stand 10 toes down on the fact that, okay, but you said it. They're on a reality show. She's having marital issues. She was supposed to say it. Yeah. So I just feel like in that moment, Heavenly is just still proving Toya's point, Contessa's point of the fact that she will say sorry, and do the shit 10 minutes later. Yeah. And that's just like, don't say sorry to me at that point. Because like, I just feel like when it comes to Contessa, if she got up and popped that bitch in the eye, it's warranted. Because at the end of the day, it's been a whole season from the fucking intervention to now that she's told that woman to keep her husband's name out of her mouth. And whether it be Will Smith slapping the fuck out of Chris Rock on some shit, whether it be somebody's coming up and telling you that shit multiple times, you either need to respect it. It's a lack of respect that Heavenly has within her whole castmates. Because even with Quad, I don't like Quad right now, but even suggesting that woman sleeps with married men and you're talking to her, having her on your show and thinking that that's cute, it's not. Heavenly has a degree in medicine. She's a dentist. She should know better. Her ignorance is alarming.
Yeah. That is.
Bitch. I said all that shit.
It was so eloquent. It was so poised. It was so together.
I'm from Chattanooga, Team Mariah. So.
Oh, wait a minute. Okay. All right. Well, I'm from Jacksonville. We're gonna keep the review going. All right. All right. So Contessa exclaims that this is why they don't fuck with each other. Okay. Mm-hmm. Heavy says that she's right, and Contessa talks too damn much. Contessa says that if this isn't a safe space, then she won't discuss any of her personal information anymore. She's not mad at Scott, and he's been going to therapy. And he has evolved, but Heavenly is the problem. Heavy continues that Contessa shouldn't put her marriage out there, and Contessa continues that Heavy continues that she shouldn't put her marriage out there, and Contessa at this point then loses it. Heavy says that Contessa is beautiful and doesn't have to take shit. And Contessa says that Heavenly is talking out of both sides of her mouth, and storms out of the room, wishes her good luck, and that's where we leave it for now. Listen, everybody said everything. Pretty much, I echo those sentiments exactly. But the thing about Heavenly is she is definitely aware. She's definitely cognizant of what she's doing, because before she went ahead and she said, you're beautiful and whatever. And then she was like, and you don't need a man. She thought about it. She processed it. So you see her now. Now she's thinking about it, and she's still choosing violence. Like, I don't understand. I understand for the sake of a show, but damn, you know what I mean? Like, geez Louise, like it's just really, 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 really old and tired. And as we're going to speak about old and tired, you, Dr. Jackie, are the oldest and the most tired, okay? Because you in this fake, phony ass spiritual journey and this fake, phony ass restoration, you've had this. How many times has she brought a sex therapist around? More than once, right? How many times has she tried to relax, relate, and release with these ladies? More than once. It's old, it's delayed, and you are no longer the one to do that. I really wish at this point that she will be demoted or removed from the show, because I'm actually sick of her bullshit. I really am. I do not like her.
Well, Chase.
I don't like her. It's not coming from a good place. And we're going to get into why it's not coming from a good place in just a little bit. So
I think
Simone adds that none of that matters, and that your girlfriend is none of that matters. And if you confide in your girlfriend, you should not expect your girlfriend to then turn around and drag you.
Yeah.
Heavenly says that she meant every word, and she has been nothing but a friend. Toya tries to talk to Heavenly, but Heavenly doesn't want to hear it and storms out, calling Toya a stupid bitch. Oh, Lord Jesus. And she meant it too. She said everything she said she meant. And
Yeah.
Toya is a stupid bitch. Toya tells her that she's being childish and she needs to grow up. And Toya says that she's very intelligent, so intelligent that she might add that she can see through heavily in her big ass ugly wig.
Oh,
That no doubt came from that store.
clearly.
She says that Heavenly owes everyone an apology with her trifling ass. Does Heavenly's trifling, bad wig wearing ass owe everyone an apology for her shit, bitch?
Yes, bitch.
Yeah.
Yes. I
you
think,
know
and
what?
go ahead. You go ahead, Sammy.
At this point, why do y'all even want an apology from Heavenly? If y'all are pegging her as this character who apologizes and goes back to her shit, why do you even want the apology? When it comes to like Contessa, especially, I think Heavenly's doing that intentionally now because we're no longer homegirls. Bitch, we beefing. So I'm finna talk shit. I think that's what Heavenly's at with it. She don't want to make up with them girls, and they truly don't want an apology from her. Because even if she does apologize, it's not gonna hold no weight because they just sitting on ready, waiting for her to do the shit again. So apologize for what? Apologize for what?
Sammy, I think. I'm sorry. Go ahead, please.
That was it.
He said
No,
apologize
sorry,
is what he said. No, I want to address, not address, but I want to speak on Brooke, right? Her comments, right?
No.
Okay.
what did you say? Because my
That's
no,
okay.
my wife. So I don't know what's going on, but the internet in my whole building apparently is down. We use the same provider, and so it's down. So I really can't do what I would normally do. So I do apologize, you guys, about that.
No, I was gonna say, like, in one breath, Brooke says that Contessa is done for saying reality shows a safe space, but in one breath, in the other breath, Heavily isn't ignorant. She just don't give a fuck. But it can't. I mean, I understand that two things can be right at the same time, but in this instance, it can't be because I mean, I'm just saying what I'm saying about Heavily is that she is intelligent enough to read a room. She's intelligent enough to have all these women that she's been around with for over 5 years to understand them. But if we're gonna say like just bringing this up, if we're gonna say that like people like Kenya, she doesn't understand relationships with women. She doesn't understand that type of love because she hasn't had it with her mother. I attach that with Heavenly as well. Although we are seeing her now in a situation where she lost her mother, I can't forget that she said that she was in a room without windows. She wasn't outside. She didn't have friends, and when she did go outside, they made fun of her. She had to defend herself with words. So when I say ignorant, I say it in the sense of the word itself in the dictionary of lack of knowledge. She doesn't know how to be a friend to women. She doesn't know how to be a friend, period, outside of having her spouse. So that's what I say about the ignorance part about it. She just lacks knowledge of it, or she's being willfully obtuse. So sorry, I'm using a lot of big words. I've been drinking.
Well,
but that's how I feel about it. Like, I feel like Heavenly, I think that she's intentionally trying to poke these women, but I think there is a lack of like sensibility when it comes to a group of women and being in a friendship. Because yeah, Candy does the speak on it, and other people have these things. And I even saw like people was mad about Mariah when she called Heavenly Busty on that one time on that little thing or whatever. So
I'm just a reunion over that, by the way.
I threw that in there, but I'm just like, it can't be just like one person stupid and the other person's not. I feel like Contessa, although I don't like her like that, I think she's warranted in feeling like Simone, Jackie, Toya, Quad is her safe space because those are her friends and that is her inner circle. I think that she's warranted in feeling like that. Do I think that she should be outright super mad about not having the, and being ambiguous about the shit that she's saying? No, but I think that she's wanting to be mad to Heavenly as well. So
Okay.
Well, we're gonna move right along.
sorry.
But you ain't gotta be sorry, baby. You speaking your speech, honey. Speak your speech. You ain't talking about it. So we're gonna put Danny on the screen because Danny's in here talking about it. Hey Danny Cortez. Hey Mel C for dropping in. Make sure you guys like and subscribe to the channel as well as like this video. Make sure you guys are watching the Potomac on Monday. Make sure you guys are watching the Married to the Medicine on Tuesday. Make sure you guys are watching the Beverly Hills on Wednesday, and make sure that you guys are watching the Salt Lake to the City on the Thursday, as well as our previous recap of BravoCon that we did yesterday for Lunch and Lean. With that being said, we move right along, and the girls are still fighting. But before we get back to the girls fighting, the men are out in the cold again and catch Daddy up on all of the drama. And basically, Heavenly and Anila at that point had made amends with Toya. Heavenly says that everything that she said to Toya, she meant it. And Jackie tells her to be calm. And Heavy says that she doesn't know why. Contessa is screaming at her. Jackie feels they tried too soon and the hurt runs so deep that they can't get over it. Heavenly says that Contessa is mad at her life. And, you know, when you're saying this willfully obtuse thing and these things and the doctor is smart this and the doctor is smart that, Dr. Jackie.
Poor thing. She's so skinny.
Rap squeezing her brain too tight. I don't know. Is Heavenly warranted in being confused as to why Contessa is screaming at her?
Heavenly, no.
Ask me dumbass questions about that bitch. I'm sick of the bitch. I'm sick of Sammy, come get your girl. I'm sick of the bitch.
Ooh, what happened? Heavenly?
Bye. Good night, Monica. Get it now. All right. Toya is talking to Quad about the neighborhood rumor on the inside of the house. Quad says it didn't originate from her, but that she did repeat it. Quad says everyone is running scared and does not want to really expose who has started the rumor. And she thinks that Anila doesn't want to say Anila because Anila started the rumor, so Anila needs to own it. Toya wonders if Quad is deflected because she screwed her contractor. Toya says she never talked about Quad, and Simone says that it was her who repeated the rumor, and the biggest rumor reveal since season 1 of New Jersey when we found out it was not Dina who showed the book, it was indeed Caroline. Look at me, Quad, Simone says, because it was me. I told the rumor. And Quad said, yeah, but let me tell you something, Toya. I got something for you, bitch, because yeah, all that yin yang Simone talking. But what you talk about, Toya, let's get this right. Let's get this right. So she just does not address Simone at all unless it was edited out. But we can't say what is and what is not edited out unless Dr. Heavenly tells us her lies mixed with the truth. So we don't know if it was edited out, but on the show, it does not look like Quad addressed Simone for being the one who brought the rumor out. With that being said, Toya says that she never talked about her, and then Quad says that it isn't true, and she cannot be giving away her vajayjay and pay the kind of money that she pays. Stop playing with her. And I thought to myself, maybe that's the point. I don't know. Simone says that there's a big mystery as to how Quad can afford a $2 million house as a single woman, and something went down. So I'm going to give all of you Simone haters something. Simone is a little flaw for that. You know what I'm saying? I do think that she's making Toya fight her fight. Toya is on an island by herself, and so I do appreciate that. But if one were to say that they don't like that Simone is now coming for Quad and going under the gutter with her, I can see where they're saying that because, yeah, you brought the rumor out on camera, and now you're questioning how she has the finances to pay for a $2 million home if she does not sleep with the contractor. What do y'all think?
I think it was valid. Heavenly has also mentioned as to, she was wondering how can Quad afford to get that home, because people were thinking Quad got money from Dr. G, and Heavenly was like, no, because Quad was making more money than Dr. G. So Quad didn't get no money from Dr. G is what Heavenly said on her live. So I think it's a valid question, being that Quad is always the one jumping up, giving her motherfucking dissertation speeches and shit, and it's on her and she did everything. And like her auntie said, she built this house from the ground up by herself. That's what her auntie said. She built this house from the ground up by herself.
She was hitting the counter too.
So I think it is warranted to have questions about how she's affording this over $2 million home. The home plus the renovations. How is she affording that? I think that's valid. It was odd to me that when Simone said, "Oh well, no, girl, I'm the one that said you slept with the married contractor," she didn't say anything. Like she turned right back around to Toya, so that she wanted an issue with Toya. She's wanted an issue with Toya since the bullshit ass apartment from last season or whenever that was last season. So this was to me her get back at Toya, which was bringing these girls around to bring this, this rumor out. And I mean, it's a rumor, so I don't get. Quad, you brought a rumor out about somebody. Somebody else brought a rumor out about you. I mean, shit. If yours ain't true, then that means hers may not be true. So that's just where I'm at with it. I do like that Toya had cussed her the fuck out right there in her face, though.
Wait. We're gonna get to it.
Oh,
friend.
I'm sorry.
We'll get to it, friend. Because she definitely is tit for two. Sammy, what you think?
That whole little scene was confusing to me. Simone is flawed as fuck, in my opinion, because if the whole thing was we thought Quad got money from Greg so she can be able to afford this. Well, no, she didn't get it from Greg because she was making more. Well, if she didn't need the money from Greg because she was making more, then she can afford the house on her own. The fact that Simone put the rumor out there that she heard it from a reliable source. She did that in defense of Toya, which I get. But then she goes on with the whole, well, how did Quad afford it? I'm rolling with Quad when she said, if I'm fucking this man, I'm not paying for this house. Because
that don't mean she's not gonna pay for the house because she having sex.
She can get a discount.
That
right?
might be flawed.
Well, whatever the case may be, for Simone to put it out there in defense of Toya and then to run with it as if Quad didn't have the means to do it for herself was whack as fuck. She don't need a man to take care of herself. So
I don't think. Sammy, Sammy, me and you like, but I don't think she necessarily just because she didn't.
Oh, brother.
Just because she made more than Dr. G, that still doesn't mean that, hey, she was making enough. Now I'm not in the girl pockets, but I mean, she ain't really got no other jobs right now. We're Picture Perfect Pup.
That's okay. That's all fair. But what I'm saying is she's been on here for 9 seasons. I mean, we know they make
accumulated $2 million.
Yeah, You said what?
I'm sure she's accumulated.
That's what I'm saying. Like they make decent enough money to where she can do that on her own. That was just another little bullet point that Simone wanted to do in defense of Toya. Now I was confused by when it was clear that Simone put the rumor out there while Quad was still digging at Toya. Like Jay said, they could have edited it. I don't know, but she kept going at Toya, so it's like the Toya.
They ain't edited, Mom. They ain't edited, Sammy. It wasn't
because you know what? Mind you, when they were talking about it, it's like Quad already knew because when she was getting ready to say it herself, and then when Toya said it, Quad was like, so let's talk about it now. So it's like Quad already knew that they was already discussing it.
You know why they already knew? I don't know if you saw, but you know who the camera panned to really quickly? Who was in the room still?
Anila?
Contessa?
Huh.
Contessa was at that dinner.
It was only Contessa.
Oh, when you talking about Simone and okay.
Simone, it was Contessa.
Before that though.
But why is it okay to pull out a calculator in the middle of a Christmas party and run down Toya's household and house, whatever she got for it? But it's not okay to ask this bitch with her fucking listen, but it's not okay to ask her
logic, friend.
where she got her money from. Cut it out. Because at the end of the day,
they both, I mean, at that point, they both fair to me. But what I'm saying is now that we're talking about y'all that I'm sleeping with the contractor, okay, let's talk about it now. So Simone was flawed to me. I guess she's defending her friend, but that wasn't her fight.
Do you think it's outlandish for that to be something that's like a rumor out there? Do you? Because I don't think it's that outlandish. Because
Quad sleeping with the contractor.
I don't think it's outlandish neither. She's single.
I don't think that's. I mean, for one, like if she is fucking him, it's her cooch. She ain't married, so she can do what she want to do. But I don't think it's far-fetched at all. But I mean, it's not necessarily saying that it's true. But what's the point of us talking about it? Because we're talking about.
And maybe the contractor is ethically monogamous. Who knows?
Maybe his wife dropped him off. Shit, we don't know.
That's true.
Boom, Shibuya, roll call.
Maybe the contractor's wife is Taylor.
Give me a
bitch. That would really make Jackie Queen a mess.
Oh, she is the queen of mess. But anyway, Quad says that she is sick of her name getting drugged through the mud. And Toya says, "Huh, you sick?" Baby. She then tells Quad that she's been a liar since the day they met. She says Quad is not the one bitch. Quad is the one bitch that she's never going to cry for. And Toya says that Quad has always attacked her marriage. Drunk driving allegations, can't afford their home, and now her husband needs to wear a skirt, and now these alleged rumors of her being unfaithful to her husband, right? So she says Quad only cares about herself and doesn't care about how she hurts others. I just wanted to say and go back really quickly. Simone heard that from Dr. Heavenly. Boom. Okay, let's go back.
Got it.
That's what she got that rumor for. And I think it's mighty funny that Dr. Heavenly is kiki all in Quad face. And this rumor is out, right? About Quad. And she and Anila have not divulged it. They actually discussed the rumor on camera first.
The
That's
very
flawed
first
fuck.
two to discuss.
Baby, you flawed. That's flawed. Y'all,
Yeah.
if I'm sitting around a bitch and know I done did some shit, that's almost like, what was that? Evelyn sitting around telling me no, she had screwed that lady husband.
You a non-motherfucking factor, bitch.
I'm just saying though, like, it may not be on the level of extremity, but you know something. And you sitting here talking to her as if you have not done it yourself. And you see her reaction to them. I think it's, whatever. Their whole relationship, if anybody wanted to accuse those three of being in an alliance, I would believe it. Because there's no way that you could possibly be friends with these people in that particular section, and you're doing the things to each other that you're offended that the girls allegedly doing to you.
And I didn't like how quiet when she was having that discussion with Toya about the rumor in the neighborhood. Bitch, Anila's right here, quiet. You're not finna address her. You're not finna pull her to the floor and say, "Hey, bitch, get over here and make this clear." You just
they still kiki, and that's why.
And then in the next scene, they sit up in each other's face. I'm just like, quiet. What are you doing? What are you doing? But
You doing?
Alliance, that's what they're doing.
yeah,
They're the NWO.
Why Quad get up?
That,
Why Quad get up though? Like she was about to jack.
Wait, friend. Toya says again,
Quad is the Alliance since day one,
and Quad stands up. And Quad stands up and is all riled up. Contessa grabs Quad as security almost breaks their neck to stop an impending fight. Toya says she's been letting Quad slide for 9 fucking years. And all the while, Quad has been trying to wreck marriages since the day she came around. She also calls Quad a jealous bitch as the other ladies come over into the room, and somehow in the background, Quad Heavenly is now riled up. I don't understand that. They then go to another room, and Quad says that she's the Frank Sinatra of this shit, and she did it her way. She said that Toya can't keep a house, and she got a man, so don't come for her because she's doing it her way. Jackie then decides, instead of correcting Quad in the moment or whatever, she could have said, to let the poor baby just run out of gas. 8 minutes later, Quad says she's Memphis, because I'm like that and don't disrespect me. 17 minutes later, she says she's sick of the disrespect and the rumors, and she's a good person. 32 minutes later, she says Toya's wit isn't strong enough and that she understands who she's talking to. She gave her contractor over $150,000 and some pussy, and that paid for a $2 million mansion. Boom, they write songs about that, and they write City Girl. 1 hour later, she said what she said, and she ain't coming off of it. So what? And bring Toya's ass to Quad because Toya is still going to be a hood rat bitch from the gutter. What's up? And Jackie replies,
I'm going to bed.
Okay, Antonio, go ahead.
Quad got up like she did, get up, but Toya didn't flinch. And I don't understand Quad the whole jumping up thing, but you jumped up and then you like back. Was your leg going to sleep and you decided you need to stand up or what? I don't know what the fuck was going on with Quad and why she felt the need to kind of do that, and then people running and grabbing her and stuff, and it was just like, child, we saw how Lisa Nicole almost drowned you with that damn water. Stop throwing Memphis in there. We ain't, because no, you didn't get Lisa Nicole right. You ain't gonna get Toya right. So don't be putting no Memphis in there like that. Her long speech, I thought it was just stupid. I just didn't like it. I'm the Frank Sinatra of this shit. I was like,
she thought about that
she a
line,
rapper?
Antonio.
She thinks she motherfucking Foxy Brown or somebody.
She rehearsed that.
Not the ill nana.
No, she thinks she's Scott. That's what she thinks she is.
I was like, damn. I mean, and then it wasn't even like no good like reads and stuff up in there like that. Like it was just, yeah. That was stupid. I wish they had cut it out. They should have cut it after she said I'm the Frank Sinatra of this shit. They should have cut it.
She should have been embarrassed. She should have been embarrassed.
The Frank, which one is the worst read? I'm the Frank Sinatra of this shit because I did it my way, or the worst line or whatever. That one, or stand in the corner and pose like a mannequin, bitch. Your mannequin, pose.
Frank Sinatra.
Frank Sinatra.
Pose is pretty bad though. Frank Sinatra made me laugh because I was like, damn, she really had to think about that.
Yeah. She's been waiting. She have that in the holster. She needed the time to pull it out.
Yeah.
And
she thought it was a bar, as Asia would say.
Quad is a loser. And that's just how I feel.
I'm so sad about it because I like Quad.
It's just, I mean, I fuck with a bitch that, like I said, you know what I'm saying, that really done put in some hard work, really done did some shit. But in the grand scheme of it, girl, you pop that pussy for some towels. It's okay. You pop that pussy for some towels. It's okay.
I hate it because I do like Quad, so I just kind of hate the way she is. Like,
she should have tried blogging about it.
Running this, maybe that would have worked.
Maybe.
How much Anila got, Antonio?
Blogging. We saw her on Heavenlies a couple of weeks ago, so she should have, talked with Mr. Potato Head or whatever it is she wanted to call it. She should have just did it. I would have been with it. I hate that Quad going out like that. I like Quad. And I was rooting for Quad last season.
For some insulation. The thing about Quad is she's cool with talking shit, throwing out shots all season. But as soon as somebody throw out one little, and I mean, because this is the only thing that we've heard that she had sex with a contractor the whole season, and now she wants to get up in her champion hoodie and whatever she had on, and then wants to provoke violence and stuff like that. Like, no, like at the end of the day, she can throw it out, she can dish it, but she can't take it. And that's just getting old to me. She's not married to Madison. She doesn't have a husband. I don't know why she's on the show.
Sammy, tell us why she's on the show.
Because she's married to Madison.
Please.
Like she's not legally binded, but them girls were boring as hell last year until she popped up in the scene. She got them talking this year. I mean, she's not legally married to Madison, no, but y'all not gonna act like that girl is not on this TV show and giving y'all something to talk about. We just not gonna do that to Quad. Whether she popped that pussy for the towels or not, we not gonna act like Quad does not give to this show.
Sam,
she's married to Madison.
Let me ask you a question.
Love.
Are you okay, boo? But let me ask you a question.
What's your question, Jasmine?
Do you not think that without Quad, and this is how you can tell me that, I mean, that's what it is. If you think that even without Quad, that Contessa and Heavenly's issues, Toya and Heavenly's issues, Toya with everybody, that wouldn't have held the show. But you think that Quad was needed this season for it to be what it is right now?
For this season, all those things would have still happened, and it probably would have just been as boring and tiring as it is now with Quad there.
So then Quad did not add or subtract from the value of the show. Is that what?
Well, I mean, we're not. I mean, let's look back to last season. We had no show until she popped up in the scenes.
I wasn't particularly impressed with what she brought last season, but to each his own.
Well, I mean, hey, and when it comes to her and Toya, I think when she got up, it didn't look like she was about to attack Toya. She got up and looked like she was going to do a little dramatic exit, and she wasn't expecting all the people to come.
I thought y'all said back in season 6 of Real Housewives of Atlanta that you do not stand over nobody. I thought that's what Kenya went wrong and started the whole fight.
Yeah, and I still agree with that. But I don't think that was her intent. I think she was about to leave. But I will say when it comes to Quad, her monologues, that's one of my favorite things about her. As drawn out, dramatic, and unnecessary it is, I love it. It's comical to me. When they was rolling them timers in, how she had been there for the longest talking, I was falling out. Each time they got longer, I was hollering even louder because that's Quad. That's what she gives, and it's enjoyable to me, regardless of the bullshit she be talking.
There are soliloquies because she doesn't want anybody else to say anything back to her. The monologues calls for people to interject.
And I do agree with you, Jasmine, when you said that she does dish it out and she can't take it. That shit, when it comes to all of them, that shit is just, it's boring at this point. It's dead. Like if you finna go fuck with a bitch, you need to expect for her to come back at you. Like the whole I can do it to you, but you can't do it to me. That thing is just played out across reality TV. Period. At this point.
In general. Well, let's move
Period.
on because
Dot.
we got a whole nother part of this episode to go on. We're almost done. So
Oh, we
the
do.
next morning, the gang is debriefing, and Jackie and Simone are in Marlo's bed. And Jackie says that the weekend went so left. Jackie said that she spoke with Heavenly at length, asking her to just listen and nod her head. Jackie asked that she is worried, excuse me, that she wanted to speak up, but she could not do so at the time to remind Contessa that she shared a lot of information. Contessa shared with Heavenly her business, so when did it hit Contessa that it wasn't okay? Jackie says that that is where she went wrong with Simone, um, and she would not comment on what Cecil did if Simone confided in her about what Cecil did wrong. Simone says that they're never going to agree because she felt that there were no boundaries within their relationships and husbands were okay to be discussed. Simone feels that if she confides in a girlfriend, then there should be enough respect that that girlfriend does not out her business and put her on blast. Jackie says that she does not understand why Simone does not see it her way, but it's okay. And Simone says it's hard, but she'll just spend more time with Contessa and Toya. What do you guys think?
You clearly see who's on what side there. You see that Simone is, Jackie is not wavering from her support from Heavenly. Which I don't, I always thought Jackie is kind of being a logical person. So for her to not see what, to me, what Heavenly did as a friend just was unacceptable. That's kind of crazy to me. But you can clearly see it's, Simone and her girls, and then Jackie and Heavenly, and then I don't think Jackie really fuck with Quad like that. I just think that Quad fuck with Heavy, so Jackie fuck with Heavy, and then Jackie don't really fuck with Anila like that, but Heavy fuck with Anila, so it's kind of like association. So I'm gonna say it's Simone and her girls, and then it's Jackie and her girl Heavy, and then two plus one.
And adjacent.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because Quad and Neela, they really they got to hold their own at this point, and they don't realize it. But some tell me Quad, no, she just playing however she needs to play. Anila just a fucking dummy, and I'm ready for her to get the hell on. And I'm sick of.
Good
I am
Lord.
sick of Anila.
Say it again.
Me too, Sam.
Well, I'll go on record too since we're talking about it. I hate Denise. Never liked her.
I hate her
All
miss
right.
so.
Go ahead. You hate her what?
Her missing tooth ass. Her tooth.
Well, we did go at least 50 minutes this time without somebody mentioned the lady ain't got no teeth and they stole the clothes out of her closet and she blamed Toya for it, which is anti-black, but she won't blame her dentist for putting some teeth back in her motherfucking mouth. Contessa, and in that moment, Jackie once again just is a complete utter letdown. Dr. Letdown is what her name is. Contessa is with Scott, and she says she's going to dress the way she feels, and that is blue. Oh, great. I don't know what happened with Antonio. Bear with me, gentlemen and gentle ladies and gentle people. Let me see if I can get him back in. But actually, he's not in right now, so I don't know.
Maybe
When he comes back, I'll add him because he's not here right now. Give me 1 second. I'm working off of my phone, you guys, because the whole internet down and the people have not restored the internet. So I don't know what the fuck going on.
get you a credit chase, because
Baby, I'm gonna get me what? A credit. And I'm gonna say, Sammy said, give me a credit. I'm not sure if he pops back up, I'll let him back on. But again, I don't have the internet, so I do apologize about that. Or if anyone can add him in, that'd be great. All right. Contessa's with Scott, and she says she's going to dress the way she feels, and that is blue. She realizes she can't be day-to-day friends with Heavenly, and she's been passing rumors and planting seeds about her and her relationship for years. Scott and Contessa's relationship has gotten markedly better, and they communicate much calmer and healthier now that Heavenly is out of their life. I think that is the biggest crock of BS I think I've heard in a very long time from Contessa. I do not like it when people blame their relationship issues on others. Maybe she strained the relationship by, doing what she did, but to make it like, it's just so much better. Da, da, da. Maybe it is so much better. I don't know. Sammy, is that a thing? Could people like outside or like close friends hamper relationships? What do you think about that?
So this is okay. This is why y'all know I enjoyed. Well, Contessa was one of my girls last year, but I feel like she came into this. Granted, she had a reason to be upset with Heavenly, but I feel like she used Heavenly as a like a crutch to make sure things stay solid with Scott. When she gave that whole spiel, I'm sorry for putting her in her life. That was some of the biggest bullshit that you could ever say. Like, it was clear to me that Contessa came on here last year ready to get the fuck away from Scott, which is why she gave Heavenly so much, which is why she let Quad put out the "we're gonna get divorced" thing at the reunion. But once her and Scott decided, okay, let's mend things, now Heavenly became the opponent. That was weak as fuck to me. Now I will say it's very tricky when you're having relationship issues, who you divulge and who you share with, because your friends and family they'll hold on to that even if you and your partner get right. So you just got to be smart on what you share or who you share with. But to try to pin that all on Heavenly, I think that was bullshit on Contessa's end.
Mm-hmm. I agree with that. No one person is. Sometimes chewing gum, but no one person is like the cause of a whole marriage falling like that. We saw, the season when they were out of town, and the whole, Scott lying about therapy, Scott, gaslighting her, Scott making jokes about having a girlfriend and things like that. I would not put that on Heavenly at all. But what I can say is that that's that golden rule. If you know you about to get back with somebody, if you know you about to probably get back with him, don't tell your family and friends about that motherfucker, because that's just that warranted like backlash and disposition of it. Because once you tell me that a motherfucker is trash, I'm gonna continue to think he's trash.
He's
Because
trash to me now, yeah.
right, he's gonna be trash to me until something big happens. So I definitely agree with you on that, Sammy, as far as just like, Heavenly wasn't the biggest cause of their marriage. Like, I came on this panel for this season and fully said that Scott scared me. He's a monster. Like, if the things he was doing really made me uncomfortable. So I would never say that Heavenly is the reason behind the decision of their marriage.
Yeah, it's just, but Heavenly does. If she was her friend, she should respect that. Okay, they're in a different space now, so I'm just gonna roll with my girl. And if she says she want out again, then we can come back to it. But that's just not who Heavenly is as a person. So
because we've done it for Cecil, we've done it for Curtis, we've done it for Dr. G. Greg, is his name Greg? Greg's husband. We've done it for all these other men, so I don't see the grandstand that Heavenly's doing right now. I think that the stance that Contessa takes towards Heavenly is the reason why Heavenly is standing so 10 toes down on what
I agree. Because she's trying to make it seem like this is all we were having issues, bitch, because you were talking about our marriage. No, she was talking about your marriage because y'all was having issues. Not saying it was right, but we can't just put that in Heavenly lap because now you and Scott are on better terms. That's not fair.
Right.
Yeah. Well, you have to take ownership too, Contessa. You did want that lady. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just saying she's a big mouth ass bitch and she knows what she's doing.
But what Chase was finna say.
Contessa does need to take ownership of her role in encouraging the other ladies to discuss her situation when she did not have the strength to do so herself. I think that if she would have said, you know what, you guys, thank you for what you've done. Me and my husband are going to work on getting into a better place. I would appreciate it if you stopped talking about it or giving your opinion about it, because we are going to move forward. Thank y'all for what y'all did, but I've got it from here, or whatever. Maybe it would have been better received. However, at the end of the day, we cannot act like she did not tell that lady to stop. And she did. And the lady has continued throughout the season, on camera and off camera, to continue to go. So at this point, both of them are wrong, and it's a wrong meets wrong wash. Right. Thank you guys for tuning in. Like and subscribe to this video. We're at the end of the episode, and then we're going to lean on out because next week we have the reunion, and that is going to be supersized 3 parts. So we're going to get right into the end of this, and we're going to round it out with the group going to church. Okay, amen. I love the church, honey. I really do. And today's sermon by Bravo is all about real friends. And that is uncanny that the pastor would know to talk about real friends amongst these people with fractured friendships. However, he knew to be careful about the enemy sneaking his way into relationships. And as a panel, I want to say it together, you guys. Us on this stage and in the chat, let's say it together. I just need some real friends. Everybody, let's do it.
I
I just
I
need
just
some
need some
Are you
real
singing it,
friends.
Jasmine?
what?
Was you singing it,
Okay,
Jasmine?
I
I
understand what just
I
happened.
was just
All
saying
right.
somebody else, Monica. Were you singing it?
No.
All right, you guys. Now I want you to tell your fellow square and say it with feeling this time, because you didn't the last time with some anointing. That I feel that there's some anointing in your square. I feel like there's some anointing in your square, friend. I really do.
I feel like there's some anointing in your square, friend. I really do.
I feel
And
like there's some anointing in your square, friend. I really do.
I
You better
feel
stop
like
playing
there's
with
some anointing in your square. I really do.
She's singing it.
Hallelujah. Thank you. Thank you, girl. All right. So then he encourages everyone to go hug their neighbor. And Heavenly says that she does not know what the future holds for her and Contessa, but she doesn't let people in. And for her to be stabbed in the back is going to take some time. Contessa says that Heavenly was like a big sister and she will never stop loving her. Although she may be open in the future, she will not tolerate being mistreated. Anila says the sermon hit the nail on the coffin.
No brain having ass.
I want off the show immediately for disrespecting Jesus. The group embraces and tells each other that God loves them, and so do I. And Heavenly takes the time during this precious moment in the sermon to remind Anila that she never did anything wrong. Toya says some friendships take time to heal, but Heavenly and Quad are not in a good space with her, and they are not being good friends to her. When you love your friend, you don't say things that could possibly impact the relationship to the point of no return. And Toya heads off to her rented mansion in Buckhead as the other ladies go inside for brunch. Is she going to see her husband at work, or is she going to see that man she's sleeping with allegedly in the neighborhood? The world will never know. Audra thanks Jackie and Simone for the honeymoon, and she didn't know if it would be a safe space for her, considering she felt that there were some situations that needed to be addressed in the group, but she does feel a lot of personal growth, including the one inside her belly and not her closet. The group rejoices, and Jackie knows that she will be the doctor. Heavy says that she is going to be the godmama, and if anything happens, she'll get the baby. Daddy says that they gotta go, and he takes Heavenly off, and the rest of the group follows and goes back home. And Heavenly mentions that she's learned that she needs to be more careful because some people are more sensitive than others. However, she's not apologizing anymore because she's going to do it again anyway, she says. And she'll just be more careful about her social media, even though she has not been. All right, you guys, what do you think about the sermon and final thoughts on this season of Married to Medicine? We are not going to take callers because we did go over, but please, 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 please tune into us next week for the first part of the reunion. Antonio, I ask you.
I thought the final scene, I guess it was a good way to kind of close it out, with the whole sermon. But I wish that they had on, like, I wish they would have really like had choir robes and every fucking thing. Like, I wanted them to have on everything at that damn cabin while they were standing up there. I wanted the people to have on choir robes. I wanted to be like a motherfucking drum person over here. I wanted to be everything. I wanted everybody to dress like they was going to church instead of some of them dressed like they finna go run down the street, and some people dress like they going to church on Mother's Day. So, but I thought, but I think the scene was a. I ain't gonna say it was good. It was okay. It was just okay. I'm happy for Audra and Martin. I I kind of started to like them a little bit. I wouldn't mind if I saw them back again because they so young. They got room to grow,
Yeah.
so I'm okay with that. So I'd be okay with even if it's just her being a friend. I'd be okay with that.
I think I would like that role for her best.
Yeah. So yeah, that was it. That's all I got.
Anyone else?
I would actually like for Audra and Martin to come back. They are younger than the others, so I would like to see maybe Married to Medicine need that fresh, and maybe she and her husband can do that. I guess overall the season was cool, but I want Quad and Toya to just stop trying to be friends. Stop trying to be friends, coexist with one another inside of the group, and just let it be whatever it's gonna be.
Yeah.
Anila, I also want, if nobody else gets on Anila after this reunion, Quad better put her foot on this lady's neck for trying to put her out there and make it seem like she just orchestrated this all on her own. When we clearly saw that there was Anila and them other little ladies from the neighborhood.
Heavenly
I
had
really
already
want
told
Quad
her
to nip that in the bud, like seriously.
Yeah.
Seriously. And Heavenly, I don't know, something about it just gave me Rumpelstiltskin, the way she was just, are we gonna get the baby if something happened? I was with Martin. Let's keep away from her ass because it just feel like she on some bullshit. It was just
Yeah.
And her house
Had that baby
stinks, so
laying
that's
in
something
the
else to think
damn.
about.
You gonna have that baby laying in that damn big ass wooden bed and them
sitting in them green chairs.
No.
The
Audra,
first
keep it up.
bed, and she ain't pressure washed the house. I don't think. I don't
Oh
know.
my God.
Allegedly.
I didn't like Audra, but I did like her husband. I don't know how else to say these things, but I didn't like Audra, but I did like her husband. And I was just thinking before I got on the leave, like I really hate when I like the husband and I don't really like the wife because it makes me just kind of want to bring them back a little bit. She did kind of, I kind of okayed her by the end of the season. As far as Anila and her. As far as Anila, I don't think that she should be on the show anymore. I also don't think that Quad should be on the show anymore until she gets married to a doctor again. Outside of that, I was okay with the season, but I am kind of getting tired of if Quad is, even without being married to a doctor, if she stays, I am getting tired of the Quad and Toya thing. It's getting old to me, because it's really no basis on it. It's no connection. I'm just lost in the why of everything of it. Contessa and Heavenly, I hope that this is the end of whatever they're trying to do. I'm over that as well. I think Dr. Jackie, this should be her last season because she didn't bring anything but a bitch that don't like anal sex. And not Jackie, but Simone. I think she did some good producing this season, so I'm good.
Oh my girl,
I think she did okay. So overall, I just think Anila and her missing tooth should be gone. Miss Gomez should come in and be a part of the show as well. So.
When you said about the husband, let's not talk about the husband, but when you said about the husband, I think that's what happened with Anila. People fell in love with Karen at that reunion, speaking his mind and having a backbone, and so they brought her back. I didn't like him. I don't like her. Never have, never will. Hopefully they send her on her way to go find her teeth. Bye. She can go. As far as Quad is concerned, I am not going to say that I do not think that she should not be a part of the show, but I think that she could have the friend role that she had last season. I thought suited her in her situation. I don't know what that correlates to as far as pay is concerned, because she really wanted to be in those intro credits as A-cast. But, I think B-cast suits her. She's not going to get married to medicine. I don't see that in her future. If she does, that's quite coincidental. But I think that, she can still come around the girls. We can have friends of the show. That's fine. Whatever. I think that Audra should come back as a friend as well, and Martin. But that's her last try. If she doesn't get it right next season, she's out. I actually like what she wore to church, which is the only thing I liked that she's worn this season. As far as Jackie is concerned, Jackie could go kick rocks with open toe shoes and have somebody do the surgery. I'm over that bitch. I'm sick of her. With that being said, I want to thank everyone for tuning in. The Married to Medicine reunion trailer is out. So make sure you guys beef up on that. And then you come see us back here next week, baby, because we're going to be talking about that reunion. We're going to be talking about polygraphs. We're going to be talking about bitches getting beat up in the alley. We're going to be talking about, what else we're going to be talking about? Oh, Eugene putting his foot down and being sick Acquire bullshit. We're gonna talk about how Jackie get first chair again, draped in all that motherfucking silk, chiffon, taffeta, whatever she got on, and ain't contributed a lick to the season. We're gonna talk
I'm
about
talking
that.
about
We're
Contessa
gonna
and
break
that
it all
belt.
down, and
And that
we're gonna talk
belt.
about what? What you say?
That belt brand, you said what you say?
Her
And
belt
that
barrette.
belt and that barrette.
Her belt
We're gonna
barrette.
talk about two belts. That's right. And we're gonna talk about it all right here next week on the Married to Medicine Review Show, right here on the Lean. I want to thank you, Jasmine. I want to thank you, Monica. And I thank you, Antonia. And I thank you out there in TV land as well. I want to thank everyone for doing their part, tuning in with us as you always do, and loving on us like you do. With that being said, before we go, I just want to tell the people that I'm not on my phone, so we're going to go ahead and deal with what I'm giving you until we're out. And guess what? I bid you adieu. See you next week.